Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your 30-minute 10 a.m. Thursday yoga slot with Liberated Yoga at the Sun and Moon YouTube channel. Today, we will be talking about better posture. So if you have like a stretchy band or a yoga belt or any kind of belt, something like a tie that you can grab now and get ready for class, which is, optional, but will help you feel your back muscles a little bit better because we will be doing things that move and activate and unlock our postural muscles. Ready? You can begin sitting down or standing up. I'm going to be standing up. Yeah, so stand with your arms hanging down your sides. And do a few preliminary shoulder shrugs just to feel what's going on in this area of your body, your neck and upper back, that often collects tension. Yeah, so as you're standing and rolling your shoulders up, back, and down, pay attention to sensations. Notice how your bones move, how your joints work. Now, when we have certain postural deviations from a perfect posture, often we have our upper back rounded and the shoulder looking forward, locking our chest muscles short and our back muscles long. Also, our low back muscles are locked long because often the pelvis compensates by drifting forward. You get this question mark posture happening. Sometimes the back muscles in the low back are locked short, which pulls your shoulders back in the way, but creates a disengagement in your belly muscles. Often people who have their lordosis posture or over-exaggerated lumbar curve, because these muscles are too tight and locked up, have their belly falling out and poor support from their deep core. Yeah, so we will try and address both of those issues today. Yeah. After you've done your shoulder shrugs, massage a little bit your neck and upper back, whatever you can easily reach, so that we can have some blood flow to these muscles. Yeah, so try and reach down the back, try and reach for your shoulder blades. This will also start to mobilize your shoulder joint. As you're reaching, you are lifting your elbows up and moving your shoulder joint as you're reaching for that space between the shoulder blades. See how far you can reach now, and then we'll compare at the end of class how far you will be able to reach then. Yeah? After a little bit of this, let's do some easy arm raises overhead. I have to watch out for this fan. I keep on hitting it, so I'm going to step further back. That's just safe. And as you inhale, reach up overhead, and exhale, reach down. And as you reach up overhead, try not to round your upper back. Yeah, keep your spine tall, your head level with the rest of the spine, your shoulders stacked over your hips, and your belly active, belly muscles active. Yeah. Let's add a little external and internal rotation. So as you start, bring your hands with the palms facing out to the small of your back. And as you reach up, turn the palms and the whole arm bone to face up and keep sweeping up overhead so your palms are looking at each other. And as you exhale and bring the arms down, about halfway through, start turning in and bringing the hands to the small of your back. Inhale, reach up, external rotation of the arm bone. Exhale, reach down, internal rotation of the arm bone. And I know I can't resist. Yeah, a few of these. Yeah, let's inhale as we reach up to encourage deeper inhalation here as we open the ribs. Maybe one more. Next, bring your arms about shoulder level. Turn one out and the other in and start reaching in the direction of the out like you're a vine twisting along a trellis, and then come back to center and go in the other direction. So you're twisting now your upper body, twisting side to side. Add a little lateral movement of the spine. And you can look in the direction you're vining your arms to engage your neck. Yeah, very good. And then we'll just relax our arms by coming forward into a kind of a half fold and dangling them. Tuck your chin so your neck is relaxed. Dangle around, do some circles. Yeah, do some circles. Give your dog a kiss. No, you're such a sweet. Yeah? Good. Then come on up to standing. And if you have a stretchy band, grab that, or a belt or something that doesn't need to be stretchy for this particular thing, but if it is stretchy, it's kind of nice to have that. And we'll be reaching up overhead and as far back behind the head as the arms allow to go. Yeah. And the beauty of a stretchy band is that you can let it stretch to bring your arms all the way back. Yeah, and if you're holding a non-stretchy band, you can just slide your hands out and hold on at a length that allows your arms to travel as far back as your shoulder tolerates. So if it's just somewhere there, that's fine. Yeah, good. And then again, you can come forward and dangle your arms and your head, and just kind of think of allowing the arms to be heavy. You can even tuck the hands into the elbows and do a little bit of kind of a dangle with a sense of heaviness and stretching and releasing of the joints. Yeah, very good. Now, the next one, if you don't have a band, doesn't matter. You can do without, squeezing the shoulder blades as you open the arms. So on the inhale, as you open the arms, hold them about shoulder level and try and really squeeze the shoulder blades. Create a deep celery groove. Yeah, and as you exhale, spread the shoulder blades like a cat and cow for your upper body. Keep your pelvis neutral and your belly engaged as you do this. And an added resistance with the band can feel particularly nice as well. So you look round as you exhale. And to inhale, you can bring the band across the chest and squeeze the shoulder blades, creating a deep groove between them. Almost like you want to squeeze a pencil between your shoulder blades. Yeah, good. So that's a nice warm-up. You can let go of your stretchy band and do a little bit more of the circles in a half fold forward with enough room there for your arms to dangle around freely. Good. And then a nice reach up overhead. Yeah, and do some more shrugs. And we'll do another set of movements that help us feel our shoulder muscles a little bit better. Now, so let's again reach for as far back and see if you can bring your hands further down the back, reaching your elbows up by your ears. Yeah, do not push on the head and displace the head forward. Keep your head level with the rest of the spine as you reach back a few times and see if you can massage your back as you do this. Very good. A little bit of neck movement, side to side. A little bit of head semicircle, down and side, down and side. Without dropping the head back. We don't want to compress the neck muscles here. Next, let's come onto the floor, into child's pose. Yeah. With our arms reaching forward and our hips as far back towards the hips as they go. And take a moment here to settle in. Create some back body breath on the inhale. And then let's work on mobilizing our spine a little bit more with child to table, cat and cow, spinal jump rope. So from child's pose on the inhale, come into table. Create a little bit of a back bend, not by dumping the belly out. Keep your abdominal muscles engaged, but by sliding the shoulder blades down the back, rolling up the collarbones, and then on the exhale, release back into child's. Let's work on plugging those shoulder blades in, pressing them onto the back as we come on the inhale into table. And then some cats and cows, which we can do today with specific focus on how the shoulder blades squeeze and spread. So let's just focus on that first. With your arms straight and your pelvis in neutral, squeeze the shoulder blades and spread them just a couple of times here to get a feel for how they can move. And then incorporate that movement into your cat and cow. So on the inhale, as you arch, you can squeeze them lightly. And on the exhale, as you round, spread them apart. Let your spine round evenly. Go back and forth as fluidly as you can, paying special attention on how your shoulder blades can help enhance the back bend for your upper back and the flexion and the rounding for that space between the shoulder blades. So we can unlock those muscles some more if our previous efforts didn't quite get us there. And then the jump rope, where we start on the inhale in neutral, and on the exhale, we give our side body a squeeze, and then we round the spine, and then move over to squeeze the other side body, coming center on the inhale, and then you would reverse the direction and send your spine in this multidimensional path. You can do 2 or 3 in the same direction, and then 2 or 3 in the other direction. And here again, work your shoulder blades so you can activate the upper areas of the spine even more. Even more. Sliding the shoulder blades on your back, almost like giving yourself a back massage with your own bones. Yeah? Good. When you've had enough, come back into child's pose. Find your back body breath as you rest your wrists. And hopefully you feel a little bit warmer in this area. It means blood is flowing. And maybe we can now do more to strengthen the muscles that have been locked up. Because whether the muscle is locked up long or short, both weaken the muscle because it's holding and holding that position. Yeah? So let's come on to our abdomen, where most of our back strengthening exercises tend to happen. and prop yourself up on the elbows in the Sphinx pose. And here we, again, can do a couple of shoulder shrugs to feel in this position what the shoulder blades and shoulder joints can do, and to keep the blood flowing to those muscles that control them. Yeah? Looking over the shoulder, behind you at your legs, keep your neck comfortable and in line with the rest of the spine. So as we're doing these exercises coming up, make sure you're not dropping your head back. Look down so that the back of the neck is in neutral as well, yeah? No unnecessary compression there. So stay up on the elbows. Prop yourself more on the left one so you can have your right one free. Then reach forward and up, and then down and in, further back. Forward and up, and then down, slide it in, and sort of like the wrist to the waist with no weight on the arm. Maintaining this Sphinx position so your chest is up off the floor. Yeah, a little bit like this. And stay on in the same arm, and then bring your right arm, or whichever one you were moving, side and up, like a wing, spreading out with the elbows softly bent. Oh yeah, I can feel my back muscles working really good on this side. For a little rest, just lie on your belly, reaching the arms forward. Stretch the shoulder blade up the back as you reach forward, as if there's something there. You can bend the knees and do a windshield wipers a little bit. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Prop yourself up, shift your weight over onto your other arm, and your free arm will go forward and up, looking down, and then down and slide it in so that the elbow goes past your side, back, forward and up, and then down and in and back. Yeah, so I got a really good range of movement here while maintaining a little bit of a back bend. And you can inhale or exhale into any of these movements. And the same free arm will go side and up like a wing. And we're keeping both shoulder blades from creeping up towards the ears. We're trying to stay up on the elbow and not collapse. Yeah, after a little bit of that, again, reach forward, let both shoulder blades slide up your back, do some windshield wipers with the shins. Breathe into your back. Yeah, let's do a little compensation to our low back, which we've had in that position by coming up into child's pose and doing child to table a few times to allow that area to release. Inhaling table, exhaling child, just very plain movement, more to compensate than to do anything else. And then a rest in child's pose. And you can even fold the arms along the sides of your legs so your spine can round and the shoulder blade can just kind of hang down. Very good. Next, on all fours, we'll mobilize our upper body with a little bit of a twist. It will be a dynamic twist first with a little stay after on each side. So come into table, find your neutral pelvis, engage your abdominal muscles for support there. Then start with your right, elbow reaching side and up as you inhale, looking up, and then through and under the armpit, dropping that shoulder as you exhale. Keep your supporting arms straight as you go dynamically back and forth with the breath. Inhale, reach side and up, look up if you can, if it's comfortable. And then exhale, reach through and look that way as well. So turning the head in the direction you're trying to turn your rib cage. Yeah, a few of these. And the elbow is better than reaching the arm because you're moving closer towards muscles of the shoulder blades that you're trying to activate here. One more. And then for a stay, bring your elbow down on the floor right underneath you. And then slide your supporting hand out a little bit so it can be at a 90-degree angle. Then you can go down lower using that for support. You can bring the head and shoulder to the floor. And then you can use the supporting hand and arm and elbow to manipulate that other shoulder around a little bit with a circular movement or down and back while you're staying here for maybe another couple of breaths. Long exhalation. And then use your kickstand to come out. A moment of rest in child's pose as we breathe into the back. And then back into table for the other side. Yeah, so here we're really trying to rotate the ribs as we inhale, elbow side and up, look up. And then exhale, reach through, but keep the supporting elbow straight. Spread the weight through the hand evenly, through all of the knuckles of it. Trying to get as much rotation from our upper back, our thoracic spine, as we can. And then when we're ready for a stay, bring the elbow down to the floor in front of you. Slide your supporting hand out so you can have that kickstand there, and then use it to move in a little bit further, shoulder, head to floor. And then as you stay here with long exhalations, use that kickstand to work on those shoulder blades a little bit more. One of my favorite positions to explore back body breath. And then use that kickstand to come up, pull out, and a moment of rest in child's pose. Again, the arms could be out in front or down along your sides. And then we'll come onto our abdomen again and do a little bit more there because I wanted to kind of space out the attention we give to certain muscles a little bit with other things that help rehabilitate and unlock them so we don't overuse them. Yeah, but we do want to use them some more. So let's come onto the abdomen. Again, propping ourselves up on the elbows. Just take a moment to settle in. Find your low rise zip, your low belly muscles activation. Find your back body breath. Check in with your shoulder blades and your body awareness there around them and between them and below them. All right, so the next one is a pretty demanding exercise. I'll give you two variations. One is easier and could be used as a way to build up the strength to be able to do the second one. So the easy one will have your hands sliding. So if you have like a mat, you might want to scooch off of it onto the carpet. You would be sliding the hands forward on the inhale with the shoulder blades just kind of sliding up. On the exhale, as you lift the chest and look down, slide both elbows, the hands in, tuck the elbows back and squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, lower, reach forward, exhale up, and fold the wings on your back. Yeah. Continue like this. This is a good warm-up. And if this feels like enough work for your back, and keep checking with your low rise hips so your low back doesn't begin to cramp up and feel supported. For a more advanced version of this, you would reach forward and up by your ear with the chest up, and then on the exhale, as you pull the elbows back, you can come up a hair more. And then a hair down as you reach forward and up, looking down, exhale, and a hair up as you fold the wings. Like this. Yeah. And you want to do this until you feel just about your back muscles are starting to tire, in which case you can fold your hands under your head, bend the knees, and do some easy windshield wipers. So all of that was dynamic. I want to do one more thing here that will hold these muscles in contraction to build up their sort of contractile force a little bit more. So it's not just getting into a shape, but sustaining and maintaining that shape is a challenge. So let's hover our arms down our sides. And it often happens, these arm bones, again, kind of hunch forward, looking forward. So use now your newfound freedom of the shoulder blades to move those shoulder blades down the back. Yeah, hover the arms, reach back, look down. If your low back is doing good, you can add the legs or not. This is optional depending on how your low back is taking this. And stay and breathe. Maintaining this shape, lengthening through the crown of the head, checking in with our low rise zip, back body breath, all of that. And coming back up into table and back into child's for another little round of compensation back and forth. Inhale, table. Exhale, child's. Inhale, table. Exhale, child's. Until you feel your back has settled down. And then resting in child's pose, you can fold the hands under your face, or again down along the sides of your legs. And then another good thing to do afterwards is to lie flat on your back for a few minutes. So you just transition around onto your back. Grab your knees into chest first and do a little apanasana. So this will help release the low back in case it overworked a little bit. Lots of pulsing of the knees in and out. Inhale, legs away. Exhale, legs back in. Pulse, pulse, pulse. And you can turn the head here slowly side to side as you go along. And hopefully as you're lying here, you may be noticing, hey, my back lies nice and flat on the floor. Let's check that out. So have your legs bent on the floor, knees together, feet apart in constructive rest pose. Bring the arms wide out, maybe even like a cactus pose with the elbows bent. Give your head a slow turn side to side. Tuck your shoulder blades down the back and try and flatten them and pin them down with your body weight. So you allow your back to feel flat and the low back to come to the floor too, and everything just making as much contact with your back to the floor as you can. Yeah. Make a mental note if your head is comfortable being level like this with nothing underneath it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, check if you reach your arms up overhead, if they can be on the floor or close to the floor, with your arms all the way up by your ears. Yeah, good. And then back down and relax for just a minute. Give yourself a mental scan. And you can do these exercises anytime you feel like you need a little boost to your posture, like you've spent your day hunched over your computer or your garden. And I have loads more posture corrective exercises. So next week, I think I'm going to continue this theme because there's so much more we can do. There's also such thing as scoliosis, when the spine has kind of a weird twist and unevenness running through it. Some of it, sometimes it's fixed, like a true scoliosis. Sometimes of it is just kind of those muscles locked up and holding your spine in that position. And there are some favorite things of mine that we can try to unlock those and to bring a bit more symmetry to the way our muscles support our spine, right, on the right and the left side. And I thank you for joining me. Relax some more if you feel like that's going great for you. Come back to the floor, relax. Try reaching back and see if you can reach back further down your back with your arms like this. Another good test is to lock your fingers. Reach up overhead and bring the arm back behind the head without displacing the head forward. And see if you can bring your clasp of the fingers more towards like the front of the shoulder. So this is a test for mobility of the shoulder joint. Yeah? So if it just comes somewhere here, that's fine, but you can keep working at the end of class, just doing a little stretching like this. And I bet you won't be able to slouch for the next, report back to me next week. How long did this hold? Okay. And I'll see you next Thursday at 10. Namaste.